Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Give me 1 second. You know what? I was going to put on some lipstick. Happy New Year, y'all. Got my waist beads and the cat suit. Okay? It's a new year. Definitely not a new me, but it's a new year, okay? And with that, I want you to please like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to Conquering Chaos. I know I'm not too consistent, but my goal, not even my goal, what I am going to do this year is become more consistent with this channel. Hopefully have other channels that speak to more of my passions. But right now, this channel right here, I'm going to be dedicating to helping women. Like they said in the title, I want to help other women on their healing journeys. I have been on a journey for a couple months now. I've been reading this book by Queen Afua, Sacred Women. This book has been around for years. This is actually the 20th anniversary edition. I actually heard about her some time ago. I started to see her. She became more visible on social media, more recently. Most people are getting on social media now. It's 2022. Hello. And I actually saw an interview that she did with the Breakfast Club. And what was very ironic was maybe within that same week, probably the next day, my husband said, I want you to get this book by Queen Afua. I think, you might be interested in it. So I was like, great, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this book. I ordered it online, got it, and I started reading it. Now, it's not for everybody, but the book is very inspiring, and it teaches you a lot of different principles on ways that you can heal thyself, okay? It is all about a guide to healing the feminine body, mind, and spirit. And I truly believe that, I thank Queen Afua for her words, for her wisdom, and for her guidance, because this book has changed my life and is truly changing my life. The more I read it, the more I go back and find more information. And to be quite honest with you, I got this book maybe over the summer, and I'm still only halfway through with it. I haven't even finished the book because there's just so much information in there. Now, it is about consistency. Like I said, I have not been consistent with my channel, probably because I haven't been consistent in my life, okay? Consistency has not been a best friend of mine. I can't say ever. I've been a runner most of my life. Whenever things get tough, get the fuck out of there, okay? I'm not going to deal with it. So, this has really given me some time to really sit inside of this journey of life. Have me sit inside my decisions, inside, my thought process, and to really learn how to forgive myself. Forgive myself for decisions that I alone made, decisions that, no one else told me to make. And something that I've always said is, life is a lesson, it's a journey. So, every relationship, every step that we go through, we are to take something from that and learn from it, whether it be good or bad, positive or negative. And as women, we all have a specific journey. So with that, I want to just open this. I want to open my channel. I want to open my group. I've been following Goddess Masterpiece for some time, but, it just seems like every time after I watch her, I'm just truly inspired because, she's like, if I can do this, you can do this. And really, it's about just believing in yourself and going for that goal, going for it, and just staying consistent and never giving up. So I encourage everyone. I encourage, especially my fellow queens, my fellow sisters, to just reach for the stars, live your best life, really be the best version of yourself that you can be. And it's not always easy. It is a struggle. It took me about almost 2 hours to get myself together, to get the confidence, to get this live together, and to get my retarded ass computer to cooperate so that I could go live and just share this with you. Because, we really, some groundwork was laid today. And not to say that, piggybacking off of someone else's idea, I really have had this in my spirit for quite some time. And in this book, as you work through the different gateways, you are encouraged to start a healing circle, meaning other women that you are close to, your family members, your friends, um, your fellow sisters who may also be on this healing journey with you. And through going through these gateways, you meditate, you journal, and then you can share some of those journal entries if you want, and you guys can really purge those past traumas. Because the whole premise, of this book is that as women, we hold our pain, we hold our suffering, our trauma in our core. And for us, our core is here. It is our womb right here where we create life, because we were created to create life, to bring life into this world. Yes, the food pot's out today. You see the waist beads are damn near neck beads today, but I digress. We were here to create life. So when we go through traumatic experiences, and when we experience a breakup or rape or trauma or homelessness or low self-esteem, not believing in ourselves, feeling unworthy, being in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you, but yet you stay because you don't love yourself. When we go through these different traumas, a lot of times we never purge those feelings. We need to start to purge that so that we can be the best mothers. We can be the best friends. We can be the best caretakers and nurturers that we were created to be. So that is what this book is about. And I'm not going to teach the book by any means, but I do encourage, Black women to get this book. No matter what your walk of life is, no matter what your religion is, no matter what you believe in, what your higher power is, you can find some sense of semblance in this book. You can find some sense of peace, and you can find a way to center yourself. You will learn different techniques on how to really meditate. Because believe it or not, I was a person that could not meditate. When people would say meditation, hypnosis, my mind was always going 1,000 miles per minute. I always had thoughts because I'm an overthinker. So I overthink everything. Everything is just, oh my God, it's going to look good. It was always about how other folks perceive me, and never really going for what I wanted to do. So I had to really step out of that. And, one way, after decades, I turned 41 last year. I'm 41 years old, okay? And after 41 years, I still struggle with having the self-esteem to get out of my own head and get out of my own way and just go for it. Because at the end of the day, you only live once, and you have to be proud of the life that you live, and you have to be happy in that life. And I realized that I've allowed looking at all the negativity and seeing what I didn't have and what I don't have, and focusing on those things, instead of focusing on the blessings that I was living in. I was living a blessed life, and took it for granted. Just never was thankful for it. So this journey has really helped me to be thankful for the life that I was given, and the life that I'm continuing to create. I'm curating a life for myself. We all go through different seasons. I went through a season of having a good career for, over 12, 13 years, and never appreciated it. And I spoke negatively about my job and about my life, and about what I was doing every day. And I did not appreciate it because I didn't feel like I had the outside things that would make my life complete. Totally not appreciating the blessing that I was living in. So I encourage you to look at your life from a different perspective. Instead of focusing on what's not there, you might not have the money in your account that you need. It may be overdrawn. I understand overdraft, okay? Unfortunately, overdraft has been a better friend than consistency, and we're gonna flip that, because overdraft is no longer a friend. Overdraft is underneath the black candle. It's gonna burn away. Okay, overdraft no more this year. Okay, we're too old for that. But I digress. Shit happens. Life happens. So you are not alone in that. Instead of focusing on that overdraft, thank God that you have that bank account, and that you may have another direct deposit coming after that, okay? It may not be the amount that you want, but you can think of ways to build on that, okay? You're going to manifest everything that you have ever wanted out of life, because you're going to start to believe in yourself. Yesterday, on Goddess's Live. I'm sure the live had a point to go one place, but it ended up going somewhere else. And it truly, truly inspired a lot of women, I believe. I believe every woman that was watching that live yesterday was truly inspired because a young lady called in and, she was having a rough time. She was really going through things. And I really just wanted to talk to her and tell her that you are loved, you are needed in this world, no matter what your family says about you, no matter what other people say about you. You are blessed and you are here for a reason. And there was a reason why you were able to get on that live. There was a reason why you were able to join and talk for as long as you did, because the energy of that chat went to that young lady. So I encourage her, if this video ever gets to her, I want you to join the circle because you can release all that negativity, whether it's your family, it's your friends, a baby daddy, a boyfriend, a husband, whatever, that is not fulfilling the love that you know that you desire, because you are going to find that love within yourself. And all of that negative trauma, all of that negativity is going to cease to exist because you're going to be above it. Like they say, it's above me now. Those problems are going to be beneath you. Okay, the sacred healing womb circle is about ascending to your goddess status. Okay, some people say don't call yourself a goddess. I'm a fucking goddess. Okay, and for too long I believed that I was not a goddess. I believed that I was nothing. Okay, and I treated myself like nothing. And it's very hard, once you're accustomed to living a certain lifestyle, to start changing your mindset and start to tell yourself to speak life into yourself, because some of us we live a life where we speak death into it, and I can testify that I'm that person. Okay, I don't live the healthiest life, and I want to be better every day. I'm trying to be better. I try to make a better decision to eat better, to not drink any alcohol today, put the wine bottle down. Maybe I don't need to go to a liquor store, let me just drink some water tonight. You know get me a vape pen instead of a Newport, because let me tell you, nicotine addiction is real. If you've ever been addicted to nicotine, it's very hard to give up. Patches, gum, pills, it's fucking rough, okay? So I am now living in the trauma that I have put my body through for the last 30 plus years, okay? Thinking that I knew it all, but didn't, okay? So I encourage you, let it go, because I'm letting it go. I'm no longer beating myself up for the decisions that I decided to make, okay? Because we live and we learn. I've learned from those decisions. I've learned that, it may not have been the best choice to make, but it taught you a lesson, and you'll probably never make that choice again. Or if you do you are confronted with that choice, maybe you'll make a better decision. So I want my women to really, really think about this. My email information is in the description box below. Once you watch this video, if you're interested in joining the Healing Circle and really journaling, well, number one, meditating, praying, if that's prayer, going to your God, or just falling on your knees and zoning everything out and focusing on what it is that you were thankful for, wherever it is, whether you're in a closet, okay? And you focus on the blessings, okay? We're focusing on the good things and the blessings that you want to bestow upon yourself. So it's not that difficult, I thought it was at one time. Like I said, my mind is always racing 1,000 miles per minute. It's always going, 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 going. I'm always overthinking everything and not just jumping off the ledge, which is crazy because I'm also one of the most impulsive people I ever met, just doing shit on a whim, not really thinking about it. I would be the one to go parasailing and try to talk someone else into going with me that's afraid of heights. That's what I would do. I was that girl who always wanted somebody else to smoke a blunt with me. Invited a friend over one day. We was in school, in college. She didn't smoke weed, but she wanted to smoke weed that day, and I rolled a thumb on her ass. Bitch tried to jump off my balcony. Never again. Never again did I ever invite anybody else to smoke weed, because you know what? Weed ain't for everybody. Everybody can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? So, again, we got to release those traumas, okay? I have been the impulsive type, but I've learned that, sometimes you may have to think decisions through. I think, peace, Nan Garvey, thank you for stopping by. I can honestly say, I impulsively probably got married. I love my husband, and I think that's one of the best impulsive decisions I ever made. That's just another story for another day. He wants to have a couples channel. Debating it because we are newlyweds. I don't think that we should be giving marriage advice, but nonetheless, there are other newlyweds that are out there. Maybe they want that information. But, that was an impulse that I jumped into. I knew someone for, let's just say we were 90-day fiancés. We dated for maybe 6 months, were engaged for 3 months, got married. So we met and got married within the same year, pretty much. So, over the last, 5 years, we are learning each other every day, and still my best friend. So that's my homie. That's my homeboy. Seriously, that's just my homie. But we still gonna we are still individual people. So I digress. But anyhow, that was an impulsive decision, but I've had to live with some of the trauma of the impulsive decisions that I've made in my past, prior to coming into this season of my life. My 20s, most of my 30s, I was quite an impulsive person and just did things on a whim, not really thinking through what the outcomes would be. And a lot of times you gotta live with those outcomes. So I'm living with the outcome. I'm living with the outcome of, not always eating healthy, not always, trying to be a non-smoker. That is my biggest demon. My biggest demon is smoking. It's hard. It's something that I picked up early for the dumbest reason ever. But you know what? It's something that I'm going to get through and I'm going to get over. I'm going to put behind me because I know that is the one, thing on my back that is really preventing me from accomplishing the one goal that I want to get to. So that is going to be behind me this year because I'm going to be working through this and I'm going to be on my healing journey. And I want you guys to come with me. I want other women to join me on this journey. What does this say? Child sacrifice is condemned throughout Scripture. Only the most degraded societies tolerated such evil, and the worst of those defended and celebrated it as if it were virtue. Okay, thank you, Iris Ann, for giving me my flowers. You are truly special. I appreciate you being here, Iris. I appreciate you, Real Deal Financial, stopping by, and Nan Garvey. Thank you, guys. So, I'm trying to get just over my fear and my anxiety of getting online, being in front of the camera, being comfortable with, how I look on camera, how I come across, how I sound, all of those things. And like God has said, you have to learn social media, and I am not the most technically savvy person. I promise you. Like these apps, if the directions are not basic, it's going to take me a minute to get it. And I try to get my teenage child to help me, but kids don't have no patience. They just like, here you go, like this. It's just like this. You just boom, 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 boom. There, it's there. I don't know how to do it. Can you write down the steps so I can learn how to make one of those videos that do like this? Like, I just don't know how to do it. But she gonna help me. So I hope one day I can sit down and lock her in the room. She's gonna give me a tutorial and I'm gonna make her write down all the steps so I can learn how to make these videos, because just learning how to work the apps has been a struggle for me. But nonetheless, if you see some weird shit that I done dropped from TikTok, it's because I haven't quite figured out the app yet, but I'm gonna get there nonetheless. My affirmation in 2020 that I said to myself on a continuous basis when I meditated was, I free myself from my difficulties and I welcome abundance and success. I free myself from my difficulties and I welcome abundance and success. And that was my way of trying to step out of my comfort zone, stepping out of my introvertedness, because I am an introvert. And really, I guess, this is, social media, YouTube, going live, making videos. That is a way for introverts to learn how, to express yourself, because it's hard. It may be difficult for some to really have that voice with others who you may feel don't understand you, because really it's, again, is in your own head. If you don't open your mouth, no one's going to know what's going on with you. And I think that for me, that has been a struggle of just not letting people know where you are so that they can help you. Because, I'll take some shit to the grave and never say anything just because I don't want to unload all of my negative energy onto someone else. At the same time, I don't want to carry it. We don't want to be in a space where we're dumping on other people, but at the same time, you want to be in a healing space where you are releasing that information. So you want to release that trauma, whether it's information, whether it's, past experiences, you can write those things down, whether it be a journal entry that you write down and you either burn it, those past traumas that you no longer wish to carry in your life, you no longer wish to carry it in your womb, you can literally write that journal entry and burn it away. And once it's burned, it's gone. You no longer have to keep that in your thought process. You meditate through that trauma, you release it and let it go. It no longer controls you. You no longer have to confront that issue. It is dead. It is gone. And it is beneath you. You burn it and it's gone. We no longer have to live in that trauma. The young lady that was on that live yesterday, she spoke about how her family was very religious and they did not like her, looking at, other forms of spirituality, such as African spirituality, whether it be crystals, whether it be Yoruba, whatever it is. They told her that, she was conjuring the devil or, things like that. A lot of, and no offense, a lot of religions take its toll on people, emotionally and mentally, trying to live in the image of someone else, trying to live in someone else's image. And I'm not talking about the Most High's image. I'm talking about the constraints that other people put on you, what they expect you to be. You are created in His image because we are all gods and goddesses in our own right, okay? You have God within you. So you don't have to live up to anyone else's expectations, okay? That's the main thing. Thank you, Nan Garvey. That's the main thing. You can excel and you can exceed at anything you want to do, but you have to have the mindset to do it. And you have to really believe in yourself. You have to tell yourself that. I had to make journal entries. I had to tell myself that I'm worthy. I'm loved. Literally. Telling myself daily, you are loved. You don't understand how much of an impact it can have to speak life into yourself. To say, I'm blessed, I'm worthy, I'm loved, I'm patient, I'm kind. I free myself from negativity. When you begin to recite these words and you believe in these words as you're meditating, because that is what you're focusing on. You're focusing on the positive manifestations. That is how you meditate. That's how I learned how to meditate, was writing something down, reading it. As I read it, I would recite it, I would remember it, and then that is what I would say as I either looked at my candle, closed my eyes, held my crystals, and I focused in on that. What I continue to do, again, sacred woman. One of the first gateways is going into your meditation. And part of that is waking up at the hour of Nebhet, which is waking up with the gods. You wake up with the gods, okay? And that is before human beings wake up, which is between the hours of 4 and 6 a.m. And that is still something that I struggle with on a daily basis. But best believe, if I wake up, if my body naturally wakes up before 6 o'clock, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to pray, I'm going to light a candle, I'm going to hold a crystal, do some stretching, yoga, whatever, to really focus in and try to set my intentions for the day, to really block out any negativity that can even try to come in. Because it's really about that. Thank you, Nan. You have to speak life into yourself. If you don't speak life into you, who else is going to do it? I'm worthy, I'm loved, I'm blessed, I am patient, I am peaceful, I am kind. Because people will call you a bitch, you're an angry black woman, you don't know how to talk to people, you always have an attitude, you're angry, why are you so mean? I even heard that earlier this week, and I own it. I am mean. I can be a mean ass person. And it's really not intentional. So I have to intentionally think about my words and how they're going to come across and how they are going to affect another person, because words can be daggers. And I know how to kill a motherfucker with some words, okay? I will kill you with words, and you will hate yourself afterwards. So I have to really think about my words, and the words that I speak to other people, and especially the words that I speak to myself, because for many, many years, for decades, I spoke horrible words to myself. And the words that I spoke to myself were exactly the way that I felt about myself, and that was the way that I lived my life. I felt that I was unworthy, so I let men treat me like I was unworthy, and I lived a lifestyle that was unworthy, you know? And I think that probably becoming a mother made me become a little bit more mature, and be a little bit more mindful, a little bit more mindful, but I still hadn't gotten there yet. I'm still learning every day. Speaking life into yourself and speaking words of love and affirmations of kindness is going to be one thing that's going to help you jump over any hurdle. Any hurdle. I don't care what it is. Whether you're looking for a place to live, you're looking for a car to drive, you go ahead and speak that into your life now, and tell yourself that you are worthy of having it, because you already have it. Speak the life into yourself. Constantly, I have to think about the words that I speak to myself. Okay? Another woman I want to shout out is Megan. Megan, Power Protein Inc. Okay, my friend in Gwinnett County. She has a protein counter, and that's one thing I went through with her. We did some life coaching last year, and monthly she would send me basically little audios and telling me to write down my thoughts. That was the most important thing. Write down what you think, because what you think and what you say to yourself is how you're going, is what you believe. And I had to start doing that. I had to start writing down and tracking my behaviors to understand why I did. Why was I smoking? What was drawing me to it? Other than the addiction, the mindset behind it. So it's about mindset. If you want to go on a healing journey, you have to change your mindset. You have to be willing to open your mind to alternative ways of healing. And this is one way. This book is one way. So I encourage you to get this book, Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. It's a wonderful book. It's available on Amazon. It's available in bookstores, because I really want you on this journey with me. I don't expect anybody to finish this book, because I've had it for months. I haven't finished it yet, but there's just so much valuable information in there. Um, and also, too, Goddess Masterpiece is starting a nonprofit, and through that, there is going to be a sector for women to heal each other, to help. Those meetings are probably going to be on Discord. We're getting on Discord so that we can discuss things. I'm going to determine, based on the feedback that I get, what the medium will be for these. But, if you're going to be journaling, very personal things, or maybe things that you want to share that you don't want to share, and those things may not be for public consumption. So you may want to keep these things a little bit private, just in a small group, whether we're just, on a group FaceTime. So something as simple as that, so that we can all just talk together and share our thoughts and our feelings, and just really work through that trauma, so that we can be the best versions of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, life ain't getting no easier. We've been in the parallelogram going on 3 years now. It ain't getting no better. Y'all are constantly out here mutating. I don't know what is wrong with y'all. Y'all walk around with 3 heads, 4 arms, and 22,000 boots, and still got stupid 19. So the Discord is coming. I personally think a great name for this group would be Goddess Ascending, because the final step is your ascension. You are ascending to a higher level, to a higher you, to a deeper level of connectedness within yourself. So I feel that, we're all trying to be a divine goddess. We all want to tap into that goddess within us, and this is about reclaiming your femininity, Many of us, if we are single moms, mothers in general, being a nurturer, you tend to take on a lot of the responsibility. You are the one who's waking everybody up. You're the one that's showing people from here to there. You're the one that's making sure that bills get paid. Most of the time, even if the husband is the breadwinner, sometimes women like to be in the mix to see what's going on. So we carry a lot of burdens. We carry a lot of stress. There's just a lot that we deal with on a daily basis. And we don't realize how much we hold on to that. And a lot of times though, that's negativity that we don't need. So we gotta release that shit. We gotta release it, we gotta let it go, and we gotta ascend to our goddess status. We are ascending to goddess status, okay? We are becoming the goddess masters within ourselves, okay? We're becoming our inner goddess. We are tuning into our femininity. We are, speaking words of kindness and love to ourselves so that we can then in turn speak those words of love to our children, not cuss them out, slap them around all the time. When life is stressing us out, we don't have to take that out on our kids and our loved ones. We can learn how to meditate that stress away. Just make it go away. And realize that tomorrow is a new day. And whatever stress that was, you can put it behind you. And you can move on to bigger and brighter things. So I just want us to be the best versions of ourselves. I don't want my sisters walking around feeling like they don't want to be here anymore, like they want to disappear, because life has gotten so hard and life has beat you down so much that you don't feel like there's nowhere to go. There's no way up, because there's always a way up. If you are sinking down into a hole and you are depressed, you're sad, there's no one there that you feel like is your support system, you can't afford therapy, you don't have insurance, this is a group for you, okay? We are here to support one another. We are here to uplift each other, especially as Black queens. We have to be the goddesses that we are. We can't be out here, dropping it like it's hot every day. Sometimes that stuff is private. Sometimes you might want to just drop it like it's hot at home. Maybe you don't need to drop it like it's hot on cars and on tables and everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? We have to tune into our inner goddess. There's a time and a place for everything, okay? And we need to learn how to just live our best selves, live our best lives, and be the most beautiful versions of ourselves that we can. So please reach out to me, okay? I want you to see the email down below. Let's link up. There will be a Discord group coming. Once I have more information on that Discord group, I will be doing another video. I promise you, I'm going to get more consistent. My issue is a lot of times I don't feel like I have content, or I may write down a bunch of stuff I want to talk about and then get too scared to turn on the camera. So literally, it is anxiety that stops me from doing this. But I'm going to be doing it more because today has really been great. It is a new year. I'm so thankful that I have, 5 people here. I'm happy for you 5 people. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Please like, please share, okay? Like the video. We are building a channel. We are building a nation of goddesses. Ascend to your goddess status. Y'all have a peaceful, prosperous, beautiful Saturday and a wonderful, happy new year, okay? Bye.